GameByte, and GameByte wants you to get 10% off of all your purchases from Jinx.com. Use the promo code flashing on your screen right now. Quit stalling _366 to get 10% off of all your gamer swag from Jinx.com. Yes, check it out! The Division 2 gets some swag and some love from Jinx.com. Use the promo code QuitStalling_366 and save yourself 10% off of your Division 2 SHD logo premium tee. I'm saying words wrong, like premium. Division 2 SHD logo women's tee. Alright, get all of this. Get all of this stuff, like Shroud's new line of clothing, you know, some Overwatch stuff, PUBG stuff. Of course, Jinx has its own branded trademark stuff. Use the promo code QuitStalling_366 and save yourself 10% off of everything you buy from that website. This shirt came free, alright? You might get lucky and get a free shirt when you purchase something from Jinx.com, alright? Check out this Pac-Man in the World shirt. Yes! Jinx.com. Use the promo code QuitStalling_366. Zeffy Bun in the chat says premium. Oh my word. Premium. Welcome everyone to GameByte. Yes, it's GameByte time. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the week. It's Wednesday, 9:30 p.m. Philippine Standard Time, 10 p.m. Philippine Standard Time, 7 p.m. California. We're starting a little late because we got to talking about food during the pre-show. We're sorry to everyone. We're sorry to everyone, but we're also not sorry, all right? Sorry, not sorry, because we got so much to talk about today, and it's not food related, although we are GameByte. All right, we got a lot to talk about. It's not just about me. All right, I got my co-host here with me as well. So let me introduce him. Let me introduce the man known as D's Nuts. It's Insta DZ himself, Diego Z. How you doing, buddy?
I gotta say, I queued up randomly in Apex, and my IGN is Insta DZ, right? So I was with some Aussies, and it was funny because some guy randomly said my name, Insta DZ, D's Nuts. I'm like, oh my god, this guy cannot possibly be anyone I know.
We're big in Australia. We're big in Australia, man.
Yeah, like it's just cause what a coincidence. But anyway, I got also one more thing I want to point out. Miko P in the chat asking because Herald, usual every show you plug in Jinx. And you said they have some Shroud gear, right? So
yes.
He's like, are they selling replicas of Shroud's cast for his broken arm?
Miko P, you savage! Miko P, you are a savage. Sorry, DZ, the camera's a little adjusted to where you were earlier.
I'll adjust it.
I'm sorry.
You know what they should do though? If someone for some reason found the wreckage, gets the wreckage, the scooter, and they sell the broken parts on eBay, he will make so much money from that. Here's the broken gas cap of Shroud scooter. The one and only broken handlebar of Shroud scooter.
Was it one of those motorized scooters that run on gas? Like, do we know? Do we have details on that?
I'm not sure. I just know it was a scooter.
Okay, I'm gonna Google it right now because that's news, man. That's news.
I wonder if I'm gonna check eBay. I wonder if someone's actually selling.
Oh my gosh!
Broken piece of Shroud scooter.
So for those of you who aren't aware, Shroud was in an accident recently. He was in a scooter accident, and he injured his arm. Do I pronounce this as Just Ninen? Like how do I? Justin, but the I is a 9. I've never watched this guy, but he talked about it on his stream. I know he's popular as well. So he's talking about how Shroud was driving his scooter, and apparently he hit the brakes too hard and flew over the handlebars about 10 to 12 feet onto the asphalt. Dude, 10 to 12 feet is like 12 feet, I think, is the rim of a basketball. Like that's how high the rim of a basketball ring is.
Yeah.
So that's how far he flew. That's just far, dude. Like I could barely jump that high with my arms outstretched. Shrouds flew all the way. That's ridiculous. And he fell on his left arm because he's looking out for his right arm. Because that's your aiming arm.
Yeah.
That's your aiming arm.
Like everyone's actually glad that it was the left arm that because his aiming hand is worth millions.
You think it's insured, like J-Lo's butt? You think his right hand is in, or it probably is now if it wasn't.
You know well, after the accident, he probably is gonna have to insure that.
Because that's scary, man. That's his moneymaker. That's,
Mhm.
I mean, partially his left hand too, but like to a lesser degree. Like you don't have to move that. You're as long as these three fingers and I guess the thumb are okay. Like yeah. But like the second you damage this, you're kind of
It makes me wonder because like I had a cast before for my right hand. Okay, the thing is, maybe like if I did not injure myself all those years ago, would my aiming have gotten better? Would my aiming have been better? I'm not sure.
So you're wondering if a previous injury has hampered your progress now in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah. Well, I still beat my friend. I still beat my friend in Smash with a cast.
That's all. That's all the proof you need, man. That's all the proof you need.
Zeffy Buns is saying the Shooting Stars plays as he flew. And then
oh my god!
is like, or the DMC5 intro music. We are gonna be talking about DMC5 later.
Oh yeah, we are. But yeah, so just to finish things off, apparently Shroud got a bunch of road rash from about his hip all the way down to the middle of his thigh, and it's like all purple and blue. And since he landed on his elbow, it put a huge hole in his elbow. I don't know how exaggerated that is, because Just Ninen. Someone tell me how to pronounce this. Just Ninen was talking about this on his stream. So we're getting the quote from .esports, the same website that overblew Surefour's comments earlier in preseason. So,
oh my god.
Yeah, or during the whole players press day. But yeah, like, man, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy, and it makes you wonder how makes you realize how fragile life is, and how a career in any sports, whether it be esports or traditional sports, can just be taken from you. This is a shot of Shroud in the hospital with some flowers. And a bunch of other things. Yeah, so he looks good. He's in good spirits, and hopefully he'll be back to streaming sooner than later.
He has been streaming sometimes, but like not so often. I mean, he can still play. He can still play Apex. He can do his usual WASD, but I think some of his keybinds had to be fixed because it'll. Like if he wants to heal, he can't use he has his heal button somewhere bound to one of the keys that his left hand uses. So he said that he has to rebind it to his mouse somewhere on his mouse, because if he can't move his left hand, the arm far enough. So yeah.
He's been playing Apex.
He still plays Apex.
The absolute madman, DZ. The absolute madman.
Yeah, he seems like the type like my doctor said to rest and not play video games, but screw that. I'm a streamer, man. Something that's Shroud, I don't know.
Well, my doctor said not to play any more football because I've had my 5th concussion, but I don't believe him.
He's a doctor. I'm an athlete. I know myself better than any doctor out there. I'm an athlete.
Man. That's like any patient, man. It's any self-medicating patient. That's
it's like,
rough.
nagpa-doctor ka pa, you're gonna... Right?
So true. All right. Okay, Miko P in the chat says, I think they just pronounce it as Justin, which confirms my thoughts, because we just looked at his Twitter, and above his tag it said Justin in like regular spelling. So okay, that makes sense. Miko P also wants to get Shroud to start playing card games, so maybe some Hearthstone, some Artifact.
Mm-hmm.
And Bimo King of Vu in the chat says his stream title is 1.5 arm stream. Oh man. He could probably beat us with 1.5 arm, with us having 2 arm, 2.0 arm.
Oh man, no doubt.
Oh man, rough. Okay, so we talked about Shroud and what he's been playing. DZ, man, what have you been playing?
Okay, I've been playing a lot of Devil May Cry 5. Like, man, I love Devil May Cry. I've played it ever since the first iteration. I skipped out in the second one. The second one was horrible, but the first, third, the fourth one was awesome. The DMC reboot of what's his face, Emo Dante. Do not purchase that. That is a horrible piece of material. Horrible material. Wait, did we talk about this last week? Did we talk about this like 2 weeks ago?
I think 2 weeks ago we scratched the surface a little bit on Devil May Cry and your thoughts on it.
Oh yeah, no, that was the show that it was going to be released 2 days after. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's exactly
there
it.
we go. So yeah, like man, Devil May Cry 5 is how can I say, like, how do you? It's just more Devil May Cry, and it's probably the best in the series, I'd say. I mean,
So you've been
you
playing?
can argue. I've been playing. I finished it. I finished it twice. I'm finishing the third run on the hardest difficulty. Dante Must Die.
Is that why you haven't been streaming so much?
Yeah, that's actually bad. But the thing is, I could always stream Devil May Cry, right? Because I bought it for PC. The thing is, though, the one okay here. I say it's probably the best Devil May Cry, but there's one piece of content that wasn't included yet, which irks me a lot. But the thing is, because they said they're gonna release it later, I'm okay with it. But like, I wish you guys just release it with the game, because in almost every Devil May Cry, there's been a mode called there's been a survival mode called the Bloody Palace. It's basically 100 levels of different enemies, and I did that. I would play that on the fourth version a lot, like
Okay.
to the best of my abilities, try to set records and whatnot.
Yeah. So all the way to 100 in like 20 minutes. Yeah. Just no big
In what?
deal. In like
All the
20
way to-
minutes. No big deal.
Actually, no, it takes an hour.
No, you did it in 20 minutes. You were.
I wish I could. They're like, I wish I could. No, it's too hard. But man, like I would like do 3 runs a day, 4 runs, and like it took almost like hours to like, because if you're at level 80 and you die by just some random enemy, like I feel like such a loser. Like, so I'm gonna do it again. But anyway,
Gotta do it again.
yeah, I gotta do it again. So anyway, they haven't released it yet. So the Bloody Palace feature is basically 100 level survival mode.
Okay.
It's gonna be released on April 1.
Not far.
Yeah, it's just around the corner, which is, I guess it's okay. I mean, at least it's not gonna be like summer of next year or whatnot. But yeah, like as far as gameplay goes, it's as polished as ever. The movement, the action, the combat, oh my god, is as actiony and as stylish as it comes. It's as Devil May Cry as it was ever since the beginning. And like, secretly, a lot of people are gonna argue with me on this, is that Bayonetta could be better, but for me personally, I really think Devil May Cry is better. Not because I don't like the main character Bayonetta. Like, I like her. She's a really I like the concept of Bayonetta, but the reason why I prefer Devil May Cry is because of how it's just the gameplay itself. The gameplay for me has more oomph than what Bayonetta has. Although the funny thing is that Platinum Games is the one who originally created the whole Devil May Cry combat system. That before they were Platinum Games, because the guy who set up Platinum Games was working with Capcom, I think, on the original Devil May Cry series.
Oh,
right?
okay.
So then I think he left, made Platinum Games, and he took the combat to Bayonetta. That's why it's similar.
Yeah,
that's why the
I mean, as you do, right? Like, if you and I, DZ, made a podcast, like something called GameByte, and then you decide, I'll make one by myself as well.
That's gonna be the exact same thing.
it would feel similar, right? Like you would do a show that would feel familiar to you, and it's kind of the same property. Yeah, it's kind of the same idea where that's what he's used to, that's what he likes. Why change something that he already thoroughly enjoys and would like to share continuously in a different story?
Yeah, which is not bad, which is a good thing. I mean, because like because what if there are people who just really like that style, and they, as you said, nothing wrong with doing it in a different story. So
exactly.
Speaking of story, of course, of Devil May Cry, uh, it's as same thing. It's as Devil May Cry as it'll get. Actually, it's more. It's as Capcom as it'll get. My God, it's like cheesy lines. Like at the beginning, the hero's like, I know that I'll never like be able to protect anyone unless I have more power. And like this usual anime, like I need more power to protect my family. And then he gets a sudden super like power boost because he has to protect his family at the end of the show. Like I think Dante goes at some point. He's like, doesn't matter how.
Wait,
Oh yeah,
hold
spoiler.
on.
Spoiler.
Come on.
Holy spoiler alert!
Okay.
And I think like Dante at this point, like there was one point at the end again of he's talking to the last boss, which is Virgil, of course. He's like saying, you'll never like it doesn't matter how powerful you are. It's how you use that power to blah 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 blah. It's how you use that power to be a better person. I'm like, God damn, this writing is trash, but I love it. But I mean, and here, it made after playing Devil May Cry, it made me realize how bad of a move, how bad of a game DMC was. The DMC Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
Because the DMC Devil May Cry was made at that time where everything was going super edgy, super edgelord, super like dark gritty. Man, I'm a devil hunter. My name is Dante. I have black hair and I smoke cigarettes. Like, wow, what happened to this guy?
The world went through a phase.
Yeah, like and it sadly that phase didn't work out for that game. So
Oh.
then I played this game. This game is edgy. It's badass. And it's as grungy and as like how do you call this gritty as they'll come.
There.
Well, but the thing is, it's gritty to an extent. Actually, let's not use gritty. Let's just say it's edgy. This is the thing is with Devil May Cry. It was already an edgy game. It was already like the edgelord stylistic spectacle fighter game it was.
Yeah.
And they tried to like put more on that with the previous title, which is DMC Devil May Cry. I'm like, he just made it worse. Because it was never a gritty emo game. It was edgy, sure, but it was not just because it's gritty and dark doesn't mean just because it's edgy or you want an edgy thing doesn't mean that the product has to be gritty, emo, dark, and like blah 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 blah. It can be cheesy, it can be colorful, it can be bright, it can be fun, it can be comedic, but it could be as Devil May Cry as they come,
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's what this this latest one is. This was like a big slap in the face to that, to that previous game. And like,
Yeah.
so, yeah. What else do I want to go about it? Oh, there's a new character, right?
Okay.
My God, Herald, do you know that V, the third playable character, looks like what's his face? Kylo Ren. I'm not kidding.
Wait, what's his name? Wait, let me Google it real quick so I can show
His
everyone
name
at
is
home.
V. His name is V, like V, letter V. That's like the third playable character in Devil May Cry. His character model looks so much like Kylo Ren.
Wait a second.
Okay, while Harold's looking for that, I just gotta say, I was saying like don't do those emo stuff. But the thing is, this guy is kind of like that. This guy is honestly kind of like that. He's like
Is it this
he
guy?
like yeah. He's like he's the
see the
emo
hair.
looking guy. Yeah, like, he looks emo, but how Adam Driver there? how he has? I think they knew that people wouldn't buy this, like wouldn't like this guy a lot because that's all he is. He's just like, I need to find my version. I need to read this biblical poem as I fight my enemies. Like, okay, he's like the emo edgy guy, but the thing is, he has a companion. He has literally an Iago with him all the time. He has a bird pet. It kind of reminds me of Iago. So it's like the Jafar and Iago tandem. So this guy's like dark, gritty, emo, but Iago's like he's the sarcastic, foul-mouthed kind of guy, which is a good contrast, which makes him actually likable.
Okay. Okay, so
and he's not one-sided.
yeah, so the sidekick makes him bearable.
The sidekick makes him very, very bearable.
Okay.
So,
okay,
yeah.
that's awesome. All right, well, I hope his grandfather finally tells him how to go full dark side. But that's pretty cool. One thing I forgot to say was everyone at home, let us know what you've been playing. I went straight to DZ because we were talking about all that at the start. Talking about all that Shroud news. Guys, if you're watching, if you're listening in the chat right now, or if you're listening to the Spotify version or the YouTube version or the Twitch VOD, let us know. Tweet us, #GameByte, or message us in our Discord or Facebook message us. Let us know what you've been playing because we're genuinely curious. Yeah, that's pretty cool, DZ. DMC sounds like a fun game. What platforms is it out on?
It's on all platforms except for the Switch. So it's that's another. Okay, well, last one before we. I don't want to go on too much about it because there are other releases. There are other more important releases. This is the first time I believe that they've released Devil May Cry simultaneously on PC as the console. The console was really the PC version was simultaneously released as the console version.
Okay.
This is like the first time it's ever happened.
Yeah, that's rare. That's pretty rare.
Yeah, because it's originally a console game that's played on a controller. Playing that game on a keyboard is like, what? Why would you? You don't play Devil May Cry on a keyboard. It's like one of those games, right?
Yeah.
So, luckily my brother has a Logitech controller that we were able to use to play it, which is why we bought it on PC. So yeah, and it looks great. It plays great. I get to see it in 144 frames. Yeah. So and I'm glad that that's the thing. Like the overall point I want to make with this whole thing about Devil May Cry is that Capcom has been killing it in the past year with the releases. With
RE.
The Resident Evil 2 remake. What else did it? The Resident Evil 7. And I think Monster Hunter also was Capcom, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so like they're making all the right moves right now. They're learning from their mistakes.
They're low key, making all the right moves.
Yeah, they're making all the right moves with their games, and like they're making good games, and they're not like hiding behind. They're not putting. Sure, there's DLC, there's paywalls. Like there's not many paywalls. Sorry, there's like microtransactions that are absurd, but like the game is there. The games are there to be played, and it's minus the bloody palace thing, which pisses me off. The whole game is there.
Yeah. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Sorry, real quick. Miko P in the chat says, "Where's Mick, by the way?" Mick could not join us tonight. He decided to do something else because he doesn't like us anymore. So, do with that what you will. Now, Mick had some work to take care of, so we gave him the night off. We're not slave drivers here on Quit Stalling.
I thought he was at the card game thing at Mega Mall.
Yeah, that Baycon.
Oh, that's work? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, volunteer work, I guess, but yeah.
He's volunteer. I thought he was. Oh, sorry. I thought he was participating.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Mick said he volunteered for something and he's actually just playing.
Okay. Anyways, like Herald, how about you? What have you been playing?
Thanks for asking, DZ. All right, moving on. I honestly haven't been able to play much, dude. Like, it's kind of bumming me out a little bit. I haven't been able to play many video games recently because of things are happening, and you're running out of time in the day, but you're getting to exercise. But you're like, you know what? There's no time to play video games. But I have been able to squeeze a session or two of Apex Legends, and it's been fun. It's been fun. I have yet to encounter a Barry Allen.
Lucky you.
I'm lucky because I don't play frequently enough, I guess. That Professor Zoom or Reverse Flash just run at me and stick their vibrating hand into my chest and kill me. So I've been fortunate.
I think they're jump hacks now. So they're Mario hacks that you can jump extremely high.
Come on, guys, patch it already.
Well, they are. Do you know about the hardware bans that they're implementing?
Well, yes. That's one of our points of news for later on in the show. So those of you watching right now, stay tuned. Stay tuned. Miko P in the chat says, still the usual Hearthstone, Shadowverse, and Tekken 7. So Miko P's going with his Comfort 3. And you know what, Miko P, as long as you're enjoying the games you're playing, why not? Man, why not? These you're making me look in between my eyes, like, because you're going like that. I was like, is there something in between my...
Oh, no.
I was like, is he signaling for me to wipe my forehead?
There's a piece of rice between your eyes, Herald.
Oh, yum! Mmm.
Yeah.
How long's that been there? Mmm. Yum, yum, yum. Oh, man, but yeah. So yeah, that's why Mick's not here. That's what I've been playing. That's what Miko P's been playing. Let us know in the chat what else you guys have been playing. Oh, Stardew Valley has been in the hands of Zeffy Buns. Zeffy Buns says hardcore gamer and all caps. Stardew Valley. Yeah. Stardew Valley takes time, commitment, smarts, Twitch reflexes.
Is there Stardew Valley for the Switch?
Isn't there? Wait. I'm surprised that that's a question, but I don't know actually. Stardew
Because
Valley.
like I love the whole. I mean, of course, I love Harvest Moon. I've always wanted to play Stardew Valley, but I just never.
Yeah, it's on the Switch.
I can't imagine playing it on my PC.
Yeah, Obimo
on
King
Steam.
in the chat says yes as well, confirming what I have found on Google. It is
Imagine
on
if
Switch.
they released that for the phone. Ooh la la.
It is on the phone, isn't it? Isn't it on Android?
It is? Huh?
I'm pretty sure it's on Android.
It's on the phone. It's on the Play Store. $3.99.
Do it.
Are you out of your mind?
For those of you listening at home, you had to watch the pre-show to get that reference.
Wait, did I say $3.99? I meant 399 pesos. Not
Oh.
not $3.99. I'm sorry.
So $5 for our Western contingent.
Oh man, why didn't I know about this? Jesus Christ.
Cause you're out of your mind. Go pay $3.99. Do it, Dizzy. Do it.
Oh man.
So whenever we rotate out for Renzosaurus and JM, I know what you'll be doing. Well,
Oh yeah.
oh man. So,
man, why did I'm missing out?
yeah.
Go ahead.
I just remembered. No, DZ. So that's another thing I've been up to. I haven't been able to play too much, but me and Renzo did get to do that charity stream last week.
Oh yeah, how'd it go?
It was okay. it was fun. Like honestly, like me and Renzo, yeah, we have good chemistry. Sorry, DZ. I didn't mean to put you in an awkward situation, but you know, me and Renzo have chemistry. And here we go. So me and Renzosaurus, we got to shoutcast a match for the subreddit Overwatch _memes' community tournament for charity, and it was the Forkuses versus. We still haven't gotten this right. Fuiji Thonk, I think is how you pronounce their name.
Fuiji Thonk.
Yeah. Fuiji Thonk. 5:45. It was last week, Saturday morning in Manila. It was for the benefit of the F Cancer Foundation. So it was streamed live on twitch.tv/our Roverwatch _memes, and we had some fun. I'll try and pull up a quick clip while I'm scrambling through all of this. But yeah, like, you know, it was 5 a.m. DZ. Renzo had to go all the way here at 5 a.m. all the way at my place.
The Fuiji Thonk going up against.
Sorry, I didn't mute.
You guys, you didn't need an obs for that, right? Because they were doing the obs, correct?
No, we needed observers because so we had a wonderful volunteer here at home, but the thing is, we thought they would do it like kind of how we used to do it, DZ, where they would like screen share.
Oh, okay.
But they didn't. So we had to be in the lobby at the same time and casting. So we had some wonderful help. Shout out to the producer of Quit Stalling, and
Ooh, nice.
yeah,
The camera work was good. I wanted to compliment that.
So that wasn't us. That wasn't us.
Oh, that wasn't you.
Yeah, so we were watching from our perspective, and the people on Twitch chat were watching from the perspective of whoever was handling the Overwatch memes stream. So
okay.
Yeah, and the footage you're seeing right now was from our end. So, yeah.
Okay. That's odd. They should have just screen shared it. But then again,
I know. Yeah,
the timing
it was their
would be
first
off.
time. Yeah, and it was their first time doing it, so yeah, that's fine. Totally fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it was fun. Me and Renzo, got to bond. We had some breakfast after. Sorry, DZ. I didn't mean to put you in an awkward situation again, but
I have you all to myself on the 30th and 31st.
Oh yeah.
But Renzo's also coming into that, right?
Yeah, the 31st. I still have to square that schedule out. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for that announcement. We'll be announcing some things in the future. But yeah, we got to get to some actual news, so we'll get there in just a second. But we want to thank everyone for tuning in right now. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. We got some news. We got some actual news aside from Shroud and a Devil May Cry. Man, it's
Devil May Cry.
Devil McCree. I wouldn't mind a Devil McCree skin in Overwatch.
Okay, sorry. Since you mentioned McCree, did you see the Michael Jackson gag they did for Devil May Cry?
No. What is that?
So, for anyone, as I was saying, this game does what it wants. because of the history it has, and like the developers don't care how the game doesn't take itself seriously, in a sense that if it works, it works. If you know Devil May Cry and watch that Michael Jackson scene, you'll know, like, oh my god, I can't believe they did this. But at the same time, I know that if only this game could pull it, well, not only this game, but this game could pull it off. If there's any game to pull it off, it's this one. Yeah, I think Miko P knows what I'm talking about. So
what is
for all
it?
you guys who, just do you want me to? Why do you want to pull up the?
Is it something I can find on YouTube?
Yeah, you can find it on YouTube. It's so easy. It's basically because there's this. Typically in every Devil May Cry, every time that the main character gets a new weapon from defeating a boss, he'll say he gets a pair of nunchucks. Okay, so he'll start doing exhibition, he'll start using the nunchucks like Bruce Lee and spinning them around like who has a cinematic kind of thing, just to test. He's testing out the new gear that he gets. So that's what they did with this one. So just watch.
Okay, it's freezing for some reason. Okay, what is this? What's going on? What's going on?
Is there sound? I can't hear it though.
No, I didn't put up the sound. I didn't put up. Should I put up the sound?
Yeah. Well, for the viewers.
Okay, wait. Let me. Oh, no wonder it's streaming in 4K. That's why it's lagging. Let me.
Well, yeah.
Let me tone it down a bit.
Yeah. So if anyone's who hasn't seen this, keep the volume up. You want to listen to this for the audio listeners, podcast, the Spotify listeners. Just search this on YouTube. Search on YouTube. Devil May Cry Michael Jackson scene, or something like that.
Let's take a look at it.
You don't much look like.
What is this?
Yeah, I got my looks from my daddy.
They can hear it, right?
That's about all I got
Yeah.
from him.
Okay. Just
But
let
based on
them
his
watch it.
research, I managed to cobble this. Consider it a gift in honor of us finally meeting. Meeting.
What?
So they just went all out, whatever, let's just do this for the hell of it.
Oh my god, this is awesome!
You know what the funny thing is? That hat doesn't the dance, the Michael Jackson has nothing to do with what the hat actually does.
You mean magically give you a cloak / shawl, DZ?
I mean, it does that, but it doesn't have anything to the playstyle of the hat has nothing to do with dancing or Michael Jackson by the least.
God.
Which is why it's so fun, because I mean it's like you want to just recreate, you want to see Dante and Michael do a Michael Jackson bit, yeah, sure, what there.
It was pretty much like they were like, oh guys, Machinima went down. You want
Wait, what's that?
Machinima.
Yeah,
so we might as well make our own.
Yeah, it's ridiculously amazing. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
It's hilarious, man. The second I started hearing, I was like, I'm sold. I'm sold.
But for context, what the hat does is just that it's basically kind of like a red orb. You know, like in these games, like you collect red orbs to upgrade your weapons. It's kind of a red orb multiplier. Like you throw the hat on an enemy, but at the cost of damage, it'll eat up, like say this amount of orbs. But if you successfully kill the enemy with the hat on top of the enemy, and with the amount of time it stays on the enemy, with the small time gap you have, it yields you twice as much red orb. So it's a high risk, high reward kind of thing. It has nothing to do with dancing.
Some would disagree that the art of fighting is like a dance, Diego.
Okay, fair enough. I'll take it. I'll take that.
Smash. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. All right, let's get to the news. Let's talk about some news, DZ. Let's jump right into it. I want to talk about. Wait, that's not the right sound clip.
Go for it.
I forgot what my soundboard. It's like my memory refresh. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's talk about the news this week in video games. Here we go.
This week in video games.
Yes! This week in video games is brought to you by the Quit Stalling Geekcast. Tune in this Friday. Oh, I didn't have an ad for this. This Friday, the folks over at Panels Coffee Bar. Let me get this right. Let me bring up the image real quick because it's unfair if I don't do it properly. Easy. It's unfair if I don't do it properly because this Friday, Philippine Standard Time, 12 noon. We got hit hard by daylight savings time. 12 noon. It's high noon when we do Kutsang Geekcast. We will be having the folks over from Panels Comic Book and Coffee Bar. There we go.
Ooh.
Over on the show as the photo loads. 9 p.m. Thursday night California time. That's -7 GMT or -7 Greenwich Mean Time, or 12 noon Philippine Standard Time Friday, 8 GMT. We'll be having the folks like Lachelle, Tio, and Aris Lavernos from Panels Comic Book and Coffee Bar, talking about a lot of geeky things, and of course their comic book coffee bar panels. It's at Ocean. I hope I'm getting this right. Oceanside, California. Is it Oceanside or Ocean View? I think someone in the chat can correct me. But yeah, it's gonna be live on our stream here, twitch.tv/quitstalling. And DZ, we have a little connection with the folks over at Panels because Lachelle, one of the co-owners of Panels, was from that college radio station that we were at, Green Giant FM. She's
she was
one of the ones that was handpicked with my batch, within my batch. So I'm looking forward to reconnect. Yeah, reconnect. She was also on Fat Man on Batman with Kevin Smith in that podcast because they gave Kevin Smith and Mark Bernard and the hosts of the podcast some swag during their show. So,
oh wow,
yeah, it's pretty cool. I want some Panels swag, but yeah, we're gonna look to tie up in the future as well. So looking forward to having them on the show this week. No Derek, no Wancho, but it doesn't matter because I got the guys over from Panels on the Quit Stalling Geekcast this Friday, 12 noon Philippine Standard Time. Check that out. DZ, man, we got some news, all right? Enough dilly-dillying. We got some news to talk about, and the biggest news coming about like 12 hours earlier. And this piece of news, DZ, could revolutionize gaming in general, and this is pretty huge. Google has announced Stadia. Google Stadia. And Google Stadia is their new revolutionary way to play video games, and it'll be through streaming.
Mm-hmm.
Now, NVIDIA has had something like this before, where you can stream from a remote console, and you can play PC games via their hardware elsewhere, and you have to pay like a subscription fee and all of that. You're familiar with this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so NVIDIA's done this. So this isn't anything super new, but Google's doing this in a crazy way because admittedly, they have a much larger reach than Nvidia does, and they have a worldwide reach. And how Stadia is gonna work is if you have a device that can run Google Chrome, no matter how bad your laptop is or how slow your smartphone is, if it can run Google Chrome, you could play video games on it by streaming. So it's like watching Netflix, but playing video games. It's like listening and watching Quit Stalling on Twitch, but with video games.
Okay. Yeah, well, you'll have to own the game, though, correct?
That we don't have too many details on it yet. That's the thing.
But that's the basic concept, is that you can play it from any platform.
Yes, exactly.
You can run Google Chrome. Okay.
Yes. So whether you're on a laptop, whether you're on a phone, you have phones, don't you, DZ? You have a phone.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I have one more question, but I'm assuming they don't have the answer to this. Like, if I want to play, okay. What if it's a game that's exclusive to the platform? Like, it's for the Switch only, but I have a PC, and like the controls don't, and I'm gonna use a mouse and keyboard, but the game doesn't register mouse and keyboard. Is it possible to play it, or that there's no answers to that yet?
So as far as they've told us, as long as it's enabled, and as long as it's worked with, as long as the company or the publisher has worked with Stadia and Google to allow cross-platform that way, you can play it on Stadia. You can play it through your Chrome browser.
Okay.
So it's a matter of developers and publishers saying, all right, fine, you have our game on Stadia. So that's the big question that we can pose later on is, who exactly is going to buy into Stadia? Who is going to say, all right, let's throw all our games up there?
Okay.
Yeah. So here are the things that are big with Stadia, DZ. We mentioned you'll be able to stream it from any computer, and the way it works is like you're seeing on your screen right now for the video viewers. The data center is your platform. So the hardware they have at the data center that you'll be streaming from, that's the limit. So pretty much the sky is the limit, and what they're aiming for upon release this year is streaming up to 4K 60 FPS video games.
Wow.
And then 8K in the future.
Jesus Christ.
Right? Like, I don't even have a TV that can run 4K. I don't really need 8K right now. But if someone does and someone wants it, they can do it. They can. BMO King of Boo in the chat nails it. MacBook gaming is going to be possible.
Oh, man.
And that's kind of how Nvidia is doing it right now. Is any Macs can play games via the streaming service and their remote gaming service. So Google is taking it up a notch. They're saying, we can do this. F you. We can do this even better. We can do 4K 60 FPS. We can do 8K in the near future. And it's ridiculous because they posed some games in front of people like Doom Eternal. You're going to see Assassin's Creed go up there in a little while. And all of this will be streamed. If you're watching the video feed again, I implore you to, because they're showing like a shot of the data center. This is stuff you will never see, but this is all the stuff that's going to be running the games you're playing. All this hardware. If you've watched Silicon Valley, the server computers that they show you in Silicon Valley, the HBO TV show, that's what it's going to be running on. You don't have to worry about how crappy your phone is. Okay, you kind of do, but as long as you can browse Google Chrome, you'll be good, because you don't really have to worry about how heavy it is. As long as you can stream a YouTube video, the promise is you should be able to play a game in the same resolution on your phone or on any device.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be good for a lot of single-player campaigns, like for those who wanted to play. Yeah. Like, here's the thing. I don't want to sound like pessimistic or anything, because like I remember they did say like some of the problems with that one they did before. The one that was kind of the same thing before Google stepped in. It was for competitive play, it's hard because it's gonna be input lag. Will there be?
Yeah. So that's the big concern, right? That's the main concern. That's the first thing any decent person would worry about when they see this, because it's streaming, right? With any streaming service, you know that it's not wired. You're not right next to the data center, so any Wi-Fi connection that you have, you're gonna be worrying about input lag. and they're saying that there's gonna be minimal input lag, which is really hard to believe, right? It's too good to be true, and we can't really know until it comes out. But
Yeah.
if what they're promising is true, then this is like that alone is a big game changer. The fact that they're promising you can be competitive in these games with minimal input lag. They're saying no input lag actually, by being remote and wireless. That's unheard of.
Did they say that you have to be online connected?
I mean, yeah.
So will
you need an internet
it's
connection.
like no input lag? That's insane, especially considering. Okay, I'm pretty sure that internet speed is going to be a factor.
Yes, I'm 100% sure.
Okay, so fine. There's no okay. In that case, there's no input lag. There's just going to be lag.
Yeah, there's gonna be bandwidth lag and
Okay.
internet issues. I guess will be the main concern. But it's crazy just to think about that. That's one of the questions I also wondered is, how much bandwidth are you gonna need to properly run this? We're
That's
living in a world where the Philippines has fiber, but a lot of America still doesn't.
That's true. That's odd.
So it's bandwidth, it's distance-wise with the ISPs and how far you are from the server itself. Because when you and I play Overwatch in the Singapore servers, we get like 60 ms, maybe less if we're lucky. On a bad day, we get 200 ms. So that's really gonna mess with our gaming.
Yeah, 200 is a killer.
Yeah. So that's one thing, and they're showing on screen right now that you can play with any controller, you can play with a keyboard and mouse as long as the device you're playing on supports it. Which is pretty awesome.
Okay.
I think it's pretty awesome, and they were saying they're going to support cross-platform. So like we said earlier on, it's likely going to be up to the developers whether they want to allow it or not. It's going to put a lot of pressure on developers, and one key thing that I saw, excuse me, DZ, I have a little bit of gas. One
Go
key
ahead.
thing I saw was the seamless transition between devices, and I'm gonna try and pull it up in a second. But there was a part in the video in the speech that they were giving where a guy was playing on his laptop. The game paused as he picked up his phone, and then he just started playing while walking.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Ridiculous. And the funny thing is also you're gonna see at
It's
one
not
point
scripted
where-
footage, is it?
No, because there's an update that they show, like it updates midway through.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up here.
I'm sorry. I don't want. I really don't want to sound pessimist or anything, but it's just so hard to believe that
It
we're
really
at this
is.
point where this is happening.
It's like we skipped a couple steps and went straight to this.
Yeah, like we're still trying to figure out VR, then this happens. Jesus Christ.
Imagine VR with this, man. I mean, I don't even want to yet because I have a point that I'll bring up later. But yeah, here, if you're watching the video feed, like I'm showing the the update that they had to install. So here it is. Again, sorry for the audio only listeners, but a guy is playing on his what they said was the cheapest laptop they could find. To emphasize that you could play on anything, and then he seamlessly transitions to his phone that has a controller attached to it, and the laptop. Oh, and then he switches to his desktop, and you see like the devices he leaves, the game is frozen, it's paused, and then you just pick up seamlessly on the next device.
He's using a GameCube controller on a tablet. The hell?
No, so the controller he's holding, DZ,
Oh, it's the
is
Stadia
their controller. It's the Stadia controller, and that's one way they're claiming they can even minimize further the input lag. Is if you get the Stadia controller, it even reduces the input lag that much more. But they're saying it's not required.
Oh.
That's the crazy thing. So it's too good to be true, and that's why I really wanted to bring it up because, man, are we at that point in the future? You brought it up well. Are we there already? And they say we're gonna find out 2019. They say it's gonna release 2019, with more details to come this summer. But man, this is the game changer of all game changers in the modern era, because not only will this allow for more people to access games. You're gonna get markets that have never been that viable. I'm talking India. I'm talking, other markets where piracy might be a little more prominent.
The Philippines.
I don't know what you're talking about, but you're gonna reach markets like that with stuff like this.
Wow.
Because people don't have to go to computer shops. Ideally, they don't have to, because everyone has phones. I had to say it, and you could run on bare minimum specs based on this. Imagine computer shops that don't even need high-end computers, DZ. Every computer shop is going to be on equal footing as long as ping is okay.
As long as it has a Pentium 4, it's fine.
Yeah. As long as you can run
I
Google
don't
Chrome.
think Pentium 4 can actually handle Google Chrome.
I guess it depends. But yeah, like it's crazy, right? It's crazy. Bimo Kingavu brings up a good point. It's launching this year, 2019. They said US, Canada, UK, and most of Europe first, and then they'll see where they can expand to from there on. But I don't know, man. Like, it's great that they're doing more than one country, I guess. Like, because Nvidia kind of started off like US only, and this is the power that Google has.
CC asked in the chat is like, can PH infrastructure handle Stadia?
Well, that's the thing, right? Like, it's more about, can the bandwidth handle it, and where will the closest servers be? Because that's where we'll be pinging off of.
True. Yeah.
We do have Google marketing here, so. and how feasible it'd be to have the servers. I know it's not going to be feasible to have it in every country, but like, how close will the countries be to the servers and all of that? So it's interesting. These are all questions that are super interesting. And going back real quick to the video that's showing, they're saying Stadia can handle 10.7 GPU teraflops. Again, a very abstract thing.
Teraflops.
Because people talk about teraflops online, and a lot of people still don't get it. But the big buzz here is they're saying, it's twice as powerful as both the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One, and it's more powerful than the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X combined, which is a selling point of that, which is their main point with that. So, and that's remotely, that's on their servers. That's how good their servers are, that you can play games that the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X potentially couldn't handle. So developers, I guess the point of this is developers could be planning for hardware that's way advanced from what the average consumer has.
Man, like, I have so many questions because
Yeah.
it's saying that's the thing. It's saying it's stronger than the the PlayStation and the Xbox combined. But the thing is, I thought this thing doesn't have a console.
No, that's the
Right,
thing,
so-
right? Because you're playing directly from the servers. So what
From
they're
the servers,
saying is whatever you're playing on is way better than what's commercially available.
Okay, man, their marketing is good because most people think, like, wow, it's better. But like, if you really think about it, okay, it's probably better because they literally got 5. Imagine it's like saying we just get 5 PS5s, five PS4s, put them all together in one thing, call it the PS something something, and then say it's definitely 10 teraflops stronger than the PS4.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why.
So-
I'm like saying, point is, whoever's doing their marketing is a genius.
Yeah, and imagine they don't even need to market the fact that people will start thinking, wait, I never have to upgrade my GPU. I just have to worry
have to
that
pay them more. I just have to pay my subscription.
and subscriptions will be much cheaper than building a rig. Subscriptions will be much cheaper than getting a console. So, it's a genius platform, and if they can pull this off, I keep saying it, it's going to revolutionize the industry. Because it's easy. Think about it from this point of view. As a developer, you're limited by the hardware that your player base is using. That's the reason why World of Warcraft, heavy-handedly is refusing to get to Conan levels of graphics, because not everyone's going to be able to play that. They're going to lose subscribers. But if you stop worrying about what they're playing on, because everyone's on Stadia.
Yeah. Man, maybe that's why. What's his? Who's the guy who has the VGAs?
Yeah. Shoot. What's his name? We always say his name. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Game Awards. The
Game Awards host.
Peter Molyneux? No. Jeff Keighley.
Jeff Keighley. Maybe that's why. Like they. I'm pretty sure all these guys knew that all this was gonna happen. That's why they actually banded together, the big three. It's like, oh my god,
we
we're
must
being
take
overtaken.
down Google.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
It's crazy, right? And CC in the chat said stronger than the PS4, but Sony's already planning for the PS5 cap. But yeah, and that's the thing, right? We don't have to worry about how good the competitors are or how good Stadia is, because all we have to do is sit back and relax, and we'll see if Stadia will upgrade or not.
Yeah.
And that's on their part. All we have to do is continue to pay our sub. Yeah.
If we don't have to worry about hardware.
Yeah, if it's not up to snuff, stop paying your sub. Maybe get a PlayStation 5 when it comes out, right? And the fact that we have that option is daunting as a thought, because right now I'm worried about my PlayStation, my PC being obsolete in 2 years. You know, I'm worried that in 2 years this show is the only thing I can do on my computer. You know, so
Man.
yeah, and the fact that Stadia is saying, yeah, don't worry about your games, Herald. All right, just open up Chrome, and the battle for RAM will continue.
The battle for RAM. Oh my god.
It's gonna. Oh man, Chrome's gotta lighten up on some RAM. That's my. I'm surprised the memes haven't gone out about RAM yet, but you know what I'm saying? Like DZ, like this is pretty crazy. The possibilities are quite, you know, encouraging. And imagine, again, going back, imagine being a dev, DZ, and saying the interactivity potential of this. Because they were showing off clips of, okay, you could be watching a video on YouTube of Assassin's Creed, and then a play button will be right there so you can just jump in and play.
Yeah.
Because you're already on Chrome.
Yeah.
And you're, like, right?
It's like, I want to play this, and I have a sub, so play.
Exactly. And then they were saying, like, okay, like they were showing, like, integration with services like Discord. And you could say, okay, this is my high score on this level. Devs can plan for that and say, okay, just hop straight into this level, watcher of this streamer, and try and beat his score right now.
Oh my god, that's insane.
It's ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be a buy button according to Bimo King of Ooh in the chat. Like, I do want to be cynical eventually. The further we get along, I'm still kind of in the honeymoon phase because I want to imagine the potential of this because there's so much. Like,
yeah, like they're promising so much. It's just more of like, will they actually be able to deliver this?
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Because imagine being Blizzard and saying, DZ, we can come up with a game that interacts on a whole new level with the players.
Yeah.
Imagine being EA and saying, this could be our turnaround. This could be our saving grace, because the winner of this will be whichever developer, whether they be indie or AAA, whichever developer can be the most creative with the new platform. They can potentially create new genres and subgenres of video games.
Sorry, I was just looking at chat.
Damn it, Miku P! Damn it! No, but imagine DZ. Imagine being given this level of technology. It's space level technology, and it became like before you used to play chess on a 2D platform, and now they're saying, DZ, imagine the third dimension, and you can play on multiple boards. Like that's how this is looking to me. Is, you know, whoever can think of the craziest way to make games on this level of interactivity is going to be the winner of this, and us as the players will be the winners of this.
Yeah. They're Google, man, trying to change the game. They're trying to, well, they're like, let's not get into the console war. Let's just, it's like they're
Let's
adding.
break it.
Let's break. Let's break the war. Yeah, okay. CC in chat points this out. Kidding aside, after I watched Stadia, I can't take my mind off Stadia being a doorway to the Oasis. I was just thinking about that, man. It's like, that's what it's like becoming, integrating everything into this.
Yes, and imagine how mind-boggling that'll be to be able to say, okay, I'm on Chrome, let me play this VR game. Let me pull out these Google glasses from my backpack and play this VR game. Like we're getting them to, again, however creative you can be. That's a potential of this platform. You're not limited by hardware, and that's the craziest thing.
You just have to make a good game.
Yeah, man, and
anyone can play it.
Yeah, and you don't even have to make it in the traditional sense. You could just come up with a ridiculous way of playing a game with this.
What is that? What is that thing that was running? Is that a
don't
demo
know.
game?
I think so. I want all of this. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Oh wow. What is this?
Van Gogh.
Yeah, and you mentioned VR earlier, and I brought it up just now. Like, imagine, just what? Oh, okay, that's weird. Sorry, we're watching the video feed, audio listeners, and it's, man, the
chat,
potential.
will internet speed here be able to run this though? That's what we don't know. We've been actually before you hopped in. That's what we were wondering, is because they haven't released details as to like what your bandwidth should be, but definitely bandwidth is going to be a huge factor.
It's a hurdle. Yeah.
Yeah, for Stadia.
Yeah. So yeah, like this is really cool to me, DZ. Like better access globally to games and to specific titles that people previously could not be able to play because they didn't have the resources to be able to play a AAA game that was bonkers level of graphics because their hardware could not handle it. Like there's access, there's the development side of things where the devs can now plan for hardware that's way beyond the current. It's crazy, and again the creativity, until they start telling you no, you can just keep pushing this.
Yeah, like they're not limited to the devs are not, as you said, I think you said it earlier, devs are not limited anymore to the hardware that they make since pretty much Google already made it. So.
Yeah. Google's like, go nuts. Make sure
the game is complete and there's no DLC bullshit. Then that's fine with me.
Google's like, you know what? Make Minecraft with the graphics of Monster Hunter World. Let's go.
Run it on the Crytek engine.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, and that's another thing. One more thing is they're working with Unreal at the moment to bring certain certain properties to the early stages of Stadia. So I'm excited, man. Like I don't know where this is gonna go, but just the idea of how much power this can give a player or a person is insane.
Yeah, it's the future.
It's
ridiculous.
Future, man.
The Oasis.
I can't wait, man. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna stop waxing poetic about Stadia. We're gonna put a pin in that. Maybe get Mick's opinion in the coming weeks, or whoever comes on the show will get their opinions on it. That could be a recurring theme, DZ, that we could have. Like, what are your thoughts on Stadia? Just give us a 5-minute hopeful speech or very demoralizing point of view on Stadia. I'm looking forward to it.
Miko P in chat says all that power would make Virgil proud.
Oh, he said Virgil. Okay, I read that wrong.
What did you read it as?
I was like, I read it as all that power would make a virgin proud. I was like, Miko P, we were come on, man. Let's keep it PG. That's my bad. Miko P. I love you.
Okay, just for the mark. This is a marker, okay? clip that, and then we'll like post it. Was it like when you? It's like when you read chat horribly wrong.
Wait. 1 minute and 1 hour and 5 minutes in. When you read chat horribly wrong. All right.
Okay.
All right. Moving on. Yeah, those in the chat, let us know your thoughts. Let us know more of your thoughts on Stadia. Are you hopeful? Are you scared? Is this the rise of Skynet for you? Do you not really care? Just let us know. No matter what your thoughts are, let us know what you think about Stadia. We'll read them out at the end of the show. DZ, let's move on. Battlefield 5.
Yeah, I think. Oh yeah. A trailer dropped for Battlefield 5. For their battle royale mode.
No.
You did? Yeah, it's called Firestorm, I think. Battlefield Firestorm.
Yep.
Yeah, so their battle royale mode just launched.
Oops.
I mean, Battlefield, DICE always releases good Battlefield trailers, but it's just like it's a great trailer, no doubt. But another VR game? Here's the thing. If Apex didn't come out, I'm all for this. But the thing is, Apex came out, so voila. I can't. Where can I? Wait, sorry. CC in the chat is asking, where can I send a meme idea for Stadia?
Straight into our Discord. Discord.me/quitstalling or discord.gg/lowercase q, uppercase t, lowercase u, uppercase eb, 3 lowercase j.
I'll just copy paste what Nightbot put. So
Yeah.
there. Anyway, so okay, wait. I'm so curious. Herald, when you get it, can you please throw it up? I want to see it. Okay. Anyway,
when I get what?
When you get the meme idea from
Oh
CC
yeah, go.
chat,
Throw it up.
I'm so curious as to what it is
CC.
because it's like, yeah. Anyway, so it's just there's no gameplay trailer, which sucks. I think Dr. Disrespect was pointing this out earlier that like we're already in 2019. Why don't we have? What everyone's sick of cinematic trailers that don't come with any gameplay. It's like I want to see gameplay trailers because I want to know how the game works. Because I mean I'm fine with cinematic trailers. I love cinematic trailers. I love Blizzard trailers, right? So, but the thing is, I just wish that at the same time they release the cinematic trailer, they release a gameplay trailer so you know how the game actually works or how it plays. But then again, for me, like my initial thoughts on this whole Battlefield 5 Battle Royale, I honestly think it'll be good because Battlefield 5 is the OG when it came to 60 plus people in one server, because Battlefield is known for their conquest mode, which is 32 versus 32 people on one map. So yeah, I think they'll do good with this. It's just that I wish if they had just waited for this to release if they had this upon launch of Battlefield 5 initially, I think the game would be in a better state because I don't know anyone who's playing Battlefield 5 right now.
Yeah, that's the thing, right?
Yeah, well that's just my thoughts. But what are your thoughts in chat? Oh, I'm not gonna.
What's that?
I'm
you saw it. Okay, let me throw it up. I was waiting for you to. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna throw it up on screen right now for those of you watching the video version of the podcast.
Oh my god.
So for those listening to the audio only version, it's a Captain Marvel shot of her in the train.
Oh my god.
Her face is the Stadia logo, and it says, "I'm not gonna fight your war." And then it's the PlayStation and Xbox logo, and then right below it says, "I'm gonna end it."
Oh my god. Wait, CC, did you find this somewhere or did you make it? Because like we should share this and like we should add Nintendo somewhere though.
Yeah, if it's yours, CC, and if you want, I will post it on our social media and I'll give you credit. Or just post it and then we could share it. Like tag us and then we'll share it.
Whatever.
Either way. Yeah, either way. That's pretty hilarious, man. All right, he made it. Okay, they made it. I don't know what pronouns you. Not pronouns. What's it called? Is it verbs? These is it nouns? I forgot. Posted
Yeah,
on
so
Reddit for that sweet car. Like, yeah, Vio King of Fu knows what I'm talking about.
Oh man.
It's good. It's good stuff, man. It's good stuff. Okay, so
good
Battlefield 5 Battle Royale mode. Okay, here's the thing, DZ. You know me, I always want more competition. I always want more video games out there, whether they're too late or not, because you never know when you're too late, right? You could end up revolutionizing that genre. You could come at a time where the older games have gone stale and people are just looking for a different type of game. So it's about luck, it's about timing, it's about figuring out your market and your player base. But right now, for me, unfortunately, it's just another battle royale in a world where developers and publishers are just saying let's do a battle royale.
Well, Cisco does put a good point with it that sorry, he does mention also before I get to that there's a barrier to entry of $30 to the game, but Battlefield itself is $50 if because it's 50% off. Anyway, CC, add Nintendo. Oh yeah, I mean it's
add them all.
Add them all. And you don't throw PC in there for God's sake, because PC is kind of like, is it? Well, then again, no, it is PC.
No, it's a part of the console wars.
It's the console war, just the console. Okay.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Herald. It's good competition. I mean, the fact that these BR games are coming out only means that the BR genre is just gonna keep getting better and better, because everyone's trying to up themselves. It's just like how, when the MOBAs became a thing, or these shooters. Well, when MOBAs were getting big, from that mod, Dota 2 came out, League of Legends, Heroes of New Earth, but now the one who's standing on top is, League or Dota, whichever one.
Yeah.
I guess you side with. In terms of same thing with the hero class shooter. When Overwatch came out, everyone tried to make the same thing, but sadly, I mean, Overwatch, the one that came out was the best one. So
and in terms of longevity. If we're talking about longevity we'll get to longevity in a second. In terms of MOBAs, DZ, Mobile Legends Bang Bang, and the mobile versions of the MOBA genre, for better or for worse, revolutionized MOBAs because of how powerful phones and mobile devices have become.
Yeah.
So they came in and took the world sort of by storm.
Well, maybe just Asia.
Oh yeah, maybe just Asia. And then earlier on, Dota came in, especially with Dota 2. Right after that, you had Heroes of the Storm come in with its free-to-play model. And then Dota, correct me if I'm wrong, Dota and League of Legends had to rethink their pay structure, right? Because they weren't free to begin with.
I think they were. Dota was free, and so was League. Yeah, they were all free.
Oh, okay. Then I take it back. Take it back. Take it back.
No, it's okay. Yeah, I think from the get-go they were all free. But it's those things. There are certain trends that you follow, but at the same time there are ways you improve. The only League did it. It was free. League of Legends was free, but it was their style that you pay per hero.
See, that's one thing where competition breeds this type of what are we looking for? This type of improvement in the genre. When one does something good, unfortunately, like loot boxes, the rest will follow suit. So some changes might be evil, some changes might be good. Like loot boxes, but that's the only way you get to that next level, when you have a monopoly, it's never good. Games stagnate, and you need something that pushes the envelope. And Shillfox in the chat says, new haircut 2 weeks ago. Thanks for noticing. DZ never noticed. 2 weeks ago he didn't notice.
Well,
you never said anything. I noticed your beard getting shaved first, and you never said anything about my hair. I was waiting for your compliments. Premium.
Premium. Oh yeah. So CC, we saw the post on on the general chat. Yeah, just let us know
did it even
if
new
you're
one?
gonna share it. Let us know if you're gonna share it. You're gonna share it, and like we can reshare it. Like, or if it's okay that we can share it. It's super funny.
Yeah, and if you guys see it on our Discord, just react, guys. This is freaking
Yeah,
hilarious.
give CC some love in chat.
Let me throw up some reacts right now. DZ, next point of news.
Okay, next point of news. What is the next one? Okay, so before we get into the big one, let's just finish all the ones we can just breeze through. Okay.
Okay, go.
Yeah, I just have to sleep soon.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Okay, so first, okay, just for context, so you guys will stick around a bit longer. Of course, you know that Division was just released yesterday, I think, or a couple of days ago. Yeah, yesterday.
A few days ago.
A few days ago, yeah. So we're gonna talk about that. I think that's gonna be the last bit of news. So, but first, Sekiro is Sekiro something Shadow something. I forgot what it's called. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Shadows Die Twice releasing March 25. Yeah, I'm excited for that. It's basically Neo but fast. Dark Souls Neo combined.
Okay.
I think. And Apex Legends.
Sorry.
Battle Pass Season 1 was released just today, I think. Yeah, today at 1 a.m.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
like super early in the morning. I was about to say last night, but it was like early in the morning for us.
Yeah. So like I don't want to like go through the whole things of what you get, but pretty much it's I think $10 for the Battle Pass. That's the cheapest. There's a pricier version that's like $25, I think, but you get more stuff, but it's essentially the same thing. Just get
And you
$10,
don't get
that's all.
Octane. You don't get the new Legend.
Yeah,
You have to get him separately.
Yeah, so yeah. If you want Octane, you just have to. Well, when you can buy thing is you can buy Octane with the in-game currency, so it's fine. So by now, like since you get so much points, it's pretty much okay. It's easy to unlock the heroes. No need to get the honestly no need to get the $25 one. Just $10 one is fine. Yeah. So question of the day is Octane broken? How is he? He's not broken. He's kind of like in between Bangalore and Bloodhound in terms of tier. I think there's a lot of people like playing because he has that speed ability. Mobility is a very viable thing in Apex. His launch pad, which is the ultimate ability, it's kind of depending on it's situational in terms of use. It's just like Pathfinder's zipline. The only difference is that I guess with the jump pad you can kind of control where you want to go, but as for the zipline that Pathfinder sets up, you can choose where you want to put it, sure, but like once you ride that thing, people will see exactly where you're going. So
Yeah.
again, very situational. So he's kind of around that tier of of where like mid to high tier, I think, just based on what people have been saying. And I've played him, I could see the viability. One plus that he has as well is that he's immune to Caustic's Nox gases. So that's a good combo that people can do. Yeah. What else? Last is, of course, the biggest question of the day is, his passive also he has HP regen. It's 1 HP every 2 seconds. So it's like if you want to loot fast, he's good. He's someone to pick because he goes faster. And if you're lucky that no one's in your area when you're fighting, yeah, I mean just stim pack your way through looting everything. Yeah. Last is of course the cheater issue. So Respawn has announced that they will be doing hardware bans on cheaters, pretty much. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I've heard before that hardware bans aren't gonna do much because it's easy to, there's a way to spoof hardware code. So I don't know what's up with that. Yeah, I don't know much details on how that's gonna work, if it's working and how well it's working. But lately, I haven't run into any hackers, so that's good news.
Yeah. I've seen some streamers, but like it seems to be more like rarer now.
It's a lot rarer. Yeah, maybe the people maybe the people who are still hacking didn't get the memo. So
Yeah, they're like,
Yeah,
why
so that's
isn't my
good.
speed hack working?
Yeah, that's true. So like, I'm glad that Respawn is doing what's necessary to combat the hacking issue. So like, I don't like it when people are complaining too much that It's fine if you're complaining about the hacking issue, but don't think that, you know, the devs aren't doing anything. They're trying. They're really trying. It's just that it's not easy.
Yeah, and stuff like this doesn't happen quickly because it needs to get approved. It needs to get tested a little bit. And different people work on different parts of the code, so they need to compile all this. Like, it's not easy. Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah,
it's easy to hate on devs.
It is easy, but unless they really screw up.
Yeah, BMO King of Wu in the chat says hackers are back. Damn it! We had a few hours.
Yeah, I'm sure they're back, but like I just hope that they haven't found a workaround to the hardware ban, or they're just really high risk, high reward people.
Yeah.
Or they're cheating in a cafe and they don't care about what happens to the cafe's PC, right?
Ooh, I didn't think about that.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, man, I didn't think about that.
That's scummy, you know.
It really.
That sucks for the one who owns the cafe. Like, what the?
Yeah,
well, then
it's
again,
gonna be hard to put a ticket in for stuff like that too. Like,
yeah.
Oh, rough. All right.
Yeah.
Anything else we should talk about?
Okay, the last piece of news that this is where Division comes in. So yeah, Division 2 was just released. So okay, the last Division was like, it was not as. I mean, it was good. But I don't know. Actually, don't know how. I can't say much about the first Division. I just know that it wasn't most favorable. But this one, surprisingly, it's been out a couple of days, and people are loving the game. The people are loving the game. Let's go one by one. Here's the biggest plus. It only has for a looter shooter. Okay, looter shooters have been coming around for the past, couple of months, and especially known as Anthem. So one thing that Division 2 does right, that Anthem did horribly wrong, is that Division 2 has only one loading screen. It loads the game once, and that's it. So apparently, yeah, Division 2 has one loading screen, and once it loads, there's not. You have the world to explore.
Yeah,
so they
suck it, Anthem.
So they did it right. They're doing that right. Okay, as you know, the question of one of the biggest problems with looter shooters are the fact that sometimes there are enemies that are bullet sponges, and no one likes to just unload a bunch of bullets into an enemy, and then there's they're still moving around. It's boring, right? So
yeah, Anthem.
How Division 2 goes about this, that I don't know if this was in the previous game. I don't know if this is a normal thing. I haven't played the first one, but I'm just reporting it as I see it. That what they do here is that like stronger enemies have armor, right?
Yeah.
So I guess the armor is spongy, so you have to unload on that. But the thing is, if you unload enough, the armor breaks off. So there's like a life bar for the armor, pretty much. So when the armor falls off, when a piece of armor falls off, and you start shooting, and so so then their skin is vulnerable. They're more vulnerable now, so they'll take more damage. So I think that's how there's kind of the reward in, unloading bullets into an enemy. So it kind of makes the bullet sponge problem a bit more bearable. Yeah, so I think that's good. That adds depth and more strategy into it than just unload on him, Kevin.
Unload on him, Kevin. I love that clip.
Classic meme.
Throwback.
All right, sorry. Cisco says in the chat, I think they need to back into the Apex thing real quick. I think they need to do what R6 did. New barrier to level 15. That's true, because a lot of the hackers are actually like really low leveled.
Yeah, that's doable.
Yeah. Bimo King of Wu says they can just prevent installs. Yeah, that also works. CC of yes, too many shades in Anthem. Not enough shades in the world can be thrown in Anthem right now. Now, the biggest plus to Division 2 is that apparently it's like chock full of content. There's so much things. There's a lot of things to do in the game. There are varying missions. It's not like Anthem where you just wait in this spot, defend it, and then go to point B. So I think there's more to do in terms of missions.
Diego, there's also walk really slowly through the market until you talk to someone.
I can only do so much walking, sir. So varying missions. Oh, okay. The loot system. I think as you know, loot is very important in a freaking looter shooter, right? So the loot is very rewarding. Okay, I don't know how when I say rewarding, I don't know how different the loot is from the Dark Zone compared to like anywhere else. Because I haven't played the games. I don't know too much on that. But yeah, pretty much what I understand is that people love the reward and the loot that they receive from as rewards. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the biggest thing, of course, with the game like this is the end game. Apparently, the end game, according to a lot of what a lot of streamers have said, is that once you hit end game, the game feels like it's a completely different game. For one thing, like I don't know. Fine, let's just put a spoiler alert for the. Yeah, we need a spoiler alert for this one.
Hold on. Let me cue it up real quick. 1, 2, 3. Damn it! Come on, man. Come
I
on.
could just say "Holy spoiler alert, Batman."
Don't do me like this. There we go. Here we go.
Holy spoiler alert!
Yeah!
Okay,
Hoo-ah!
so the cap level of the game is level 30, I think. All right, so upon hitting max level, a new faction intervenes in Division. So when that happens, it kind of changes the entire world. So backtracking to older maps, to like earlier maps in older areas, kind of feels new apparently. And like I think Cisco also in the chat mentioned this, that a lot of things get unlocked when you hit max level at the end game.
Okay.
There are new missions. There are difficulty world tiers. I don't know how exactly what that is in the game's context yet. There's specialization classes. I don't think that the first one had that. So I guess if you want to be a bit more, I don't know, if you're the assault type, it's that kind of thing. It has those specifications, so that gets unlocked at the end game. So, but TLDR, end game, the game is pretty much different already. So, which is a good thing because, in games like this, you don't want to just. I mean, when you hit max level, when you want to play the end game, you don't want to just do the same thing over and over again. You want to be given a new experience, and that's exactly what Ubisoft did with Division. That at the end of the game, they're giving them here's the same game but with better stuff. So like, wow, they're doing it right.
They're not giving you the same 3 missions over and over again, and then 2 of them you played earlier on. And one of them is just a boss battle. I get what you mean. I get what you're talking about. I hear you. I hear you.
So if you guys want to have a quick rundown of or read up or watch the info I got this from, just check out Force Gaming on YouTube. He's pretty much gave a rundown of what people are saying about the game and the general consensus is. So I think Division 2 I'd say has learned a lot from its past game.
One thing I noticed from one article was apparently some people are complaining that there aren't enough politics in the Division 2. They're like,
Really?
you're trying to fight for freedom, but you don't have any politics in it. And I don't know to what extent that they want more politics or they want it to be more political, but like I just want people to be careful with what they ask for, because last time we got more politics, we had the prequel trilogy of Star Wars, and no one liked that. And I mean, some people liked it. Some people liked it.
Yeah, like be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, let's not go too far into the politics, all right? Let's calm it
Maybe
down.
what they meant. Well, let's assume that what they meant by politics is the I guess the warring factions, how it works between factions. Maybe the what's the word? The relationship the factions have with one another. Maybe it's that.
Okay.
That's what they mean by that. I hope that's what they mean. I hope that's
thought
what
they
they
just
mean.
wanted more America. America.
America.
All right, in our last bit of news, In our last bit of news, DZ, we're gonna head on over to the Blizz Corner. Let's do it. Here you go.
Ooh.
Here you go.
Oh, let's break it down.
Where is it?
Epic.
There's one more. Why isn't it playing?
Ready to start a blizzard.
Why are they all so slow right now? I don't get it.
You need more RAM. You need to upgrade your PC, man.
I need Stadia. I need Stadia right now. All right. In our last bit of news, we're going to go over to the Overwatch League for the Blizz Corner. Shout out to, of course, the head of the Overwatch League, Nate Nanzer. They so dumb. They did a coin toss, okay, and they got it wrong.
Well, I mean, you did read Virgin when you were reading Virgil, so people make mistakes.
All right, okay, that's true.
But yeah, like I know what you mean. Like
true.
It's hard to screw up a coin toss. Okay, so what happened?
So you know how in the coin toss, DZ, you choose heads or tails, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And one team, let's call them the Philadelphia Fusion, pick tails. All right, and then another team, let's call them the Toronto Defiant, pick heads.
All
right. And you flip the coin, and then one of them either wins or loses, right? Right?
Okay.
Right? Nate Nanzer got the teams, he flipped them around, He said Toronto picked tails and Philly picked heads. And, what happened was, since it was heads, the seeding for the teams kind of got jumbled up a little bit for a couple of minutes, for a hot minute there. And, again, mistakes happen. It's easy to make these mistakes. We're not going to pretend like we're perfect. But it's just so funny because it's heads or tails.
Is this the first time they're doing heads or tails on stream?
Apparently, because he said we did it once and we're never going to do it again.
Blizzard has the worst luck when it comes to coin tosses. Because remember Overwatch when there was a coin toss in competitive?
Yeah, dude.
They have the worst luck with coin tosses. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. So here, let me bring this up. Oh, is it showing properly? All right. So this is the schedule. So initially, the Philadelphia Fusion, because of the confusion, we're slated to play against San Francisco, and then Toronto was going to play against Atlanta. And, whoever progresses in the Atlanta fight goes through against Vancouver. And, sorry, Boston, but Vancouver's kind of scary. And, there's a lot on the line here when you switch those around. And, you can see why there was some terror and some fear from one side and the other. So, no harm, no foul. But this is also a way for us to plug the fact that every week we show the schedule of the Overwatch League in Philippine Standard Time for everyone living in the Philippines. We do the time conversion. We just flipped the teams around.
Oh, okay. Oh my god.
It would have been such a pain if Nate Nanzer, let it go on for too long and.
Man.
Yeah. So, Vancouver versus Boston, Philadelphia versus Atlanta, Toronto versus San Francisco, and New York versus Seoul in the quarterfinals of the Stage 1 playoffs on Friday and Saturday Philippine time. Sunday Philippine time will be the semis, and then Monday, DZ, 3 a.m. the finals for Stage 1. 3 a.m. March 25, Monday. So that's the night of Sunday if you're one of those types of people.
I have a feeling I might as well overnight at the office. I might as well overnight at the office because of all this.
I mean, it's gonna be fun, right? Like, it's gonna be, man. Like, we haven't really watched super intense Overwatch since the World Cup and since the end of last season. So, it's good to get back into this. It's good to get back into the.
Seriously need to book a Dialis Cinema just to watch the finals.
I wouldn't mind, man. If people have connections, right? Hook us up.
Who can give us a good connection?
The
internet connection, really.
Yeah, seriously, Converge, hook us up, man. Oh wait, Ayala is PLDT, right? So yeah, we'll figure it out.
So.
Yeah,
We'll figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah, guys.
Going back to chat, Miko P in the chat. Pretty bad for a company that's built on RNG. Oh man, it was Bebo Kingaboo. It was bad enough that they had to settle the seeding with a coin toss, but they messed it up.
Oh, that's so true. Yeah, because how it happened was, DZ, they do it by points, right? So when you win a map, that's a point and all of that. And there were like a bunch of ties. So instead of like going with who won more maps, which is what you do in soccer, or who won more versus who drew more, or who lost more, and just seed it like that. They were just like, let's just do a coin toss.
Oh man,
it was. They have a lot of work to do, I guess. Man.
Yeah, I mean, they're not perfect and all, but like, I mean, at least it's happening.
Yeah, that's true. That's a very good point. Like, let's be thankful for what we get. BMO King of Boo said they didn't have head-to-head difference, also because there were only 7 games. But still, like you gotta separate it better than a coin toss.
Maybe rock paper scissors.
Oh, dude. At least you get to you get to control your fate.
Or maybe they should do that arm wrestling MMA thing that we watched last week.
Oh, XR! Jonah, go for the armbar!
Jonah, come on, like, those brittle Korean arms, man.
Have you seen his profile photo? He's like super jacked in his profile photo because he just photoshopped his head onto like a human panda says thumb wrestling. Oh, see there. Mimo King of Blue said Carpe versus Super. Scrawny people. Let's get some scrawny people up in here. All right. Oh man, this has been a fun episode. I don't want to say, but I love our 2-man shows.
I do too.
All right. Well, you know what? It's because everyone enjoys each other's company, just like when we have Mick on, and we're looking forward to having Mick back on next week. I want to remind everyone that let me throw this up here while I'm talking. I want to remind everyone this Friday. I'm going to do it again in a bit, but this Friday we got the folks over from Panel's Comic Book Coffee Shop over on the Quit Stalling Geekcast this Friday. Yes, DZ, this Friday, 12 noon Philippine Standard Time, 9 p.m. California. I really hope I get this right. All right, so check that out, guys. I want to thank all our most recent followers: Cheesemo, Nazgul1662, who won a pair of socks and some. A pair of socks. You won a pair of socks, and he tweeted us. He tweeted us on.
I have to ask him if he got the socks.
He did. He tweeted us on Twitter. He tweeted us on Twitter. Showed us a little photo. Let me bring it up since we're already on Twitter anyway. Let me bring it up. We were on Twitter showing Nate Nanzer. Let me bring up the photo real quick of where is that? Where you at, Nazgul? Oh, there it is. I'm gonna throw it up on screen. Nazgul saying thanks for the cute socks. Look at that. Look at that handsome face. You're welcome. You're very much welcome. All right.
Looks like me, doesn't it?
Oh, very much. I don't know what you're talking about, DZ, but yeah. Like handsome family. He's
the only Zuluaga who doesn't have a beer belly.
Oh, fantastic. Crunchy Tack, Turbulence Overwatch, XD_Joker XD, Heartland Media, Jason_Shakrazel, Really Plushy, Bounds, and Esports Redux. Thank you to all our subs, of course. The one and only Human Panda 22, who is in our chat right now with the 9 months in a row. And of course, the 12 gifted subs. Insane in the membrane. Florence Sushu with 6 subs. Miku P in 3rd with 5. Sensei Humor tying with him as well. Bimo King of Vu, who has, I think, a total of 6 now, so should be above Miku P and Sensei. Neo Gear, Iron Hammer Stream, InstaDZ, and Baninja, and everyone else who subscribed to us. Thank you so much, guys. You help us keep this one light beaming onto my face on as we do the show. Thank you, everyone, for all your bit cheers. Neo Gear, Nope_plays, Nerfed Diva, ElderDjinn, If Not Now, Gwen, Mershi, Gameko, Tita Gamings, InstaDZ, that wonderful man, and of course, _DZ Man. Let the folks at home know where they can find you when you're not on GameByte.
Alright, when I'm not on GameByte, you guys can find me on twitch.tv/InstaDZ. That's INSTADEEZAA. Same thing goes for Twitter and on Instagram. Same social, same handle. Haven't been streaming lately. I've I've kind of been, what's this word? I've kind of been on a break from
Attractive?
Apex.
Oh, okay.
Grabe. I've been kind of taking a break from Apex. I think I've had too much BR right now. I just want, what's the word? Story-driven games, single-player campaign. So less action. Jesus Christ! I honestly think I want to play Division.
Ooh, those are good words, man. You might as well. You might as well.
I'm still playing Devil May Cry, so I'm gonna stream that once the Bloody Palace comes out. Quick mention in chat. CC in the chat says GG's best podcast team. PH and my honest opinion. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Also, yeah, let us know if you still want us to share your meme.
Thank you for joining. That's a sign. He's saying don't do it. I got this.
He's not. Oh, he's not. Okay,
no, I'm just joking.
Or let us know when you share it then, and we'll want to reshare that.
Yeah. At Quit Stalling. At Quit Stalling. Us.
Yeah. That gave me so many lulls. Anyways, enough about me. How about you, Herald? Where can the fine folks don't find you?
Thanks, DZ. D's nuts. You can find me at Herald Plays on Twitter and on Instagram at Herald Plays. You can also find me on my personal Twitch. It's twitch.tv/Herald Plays. That's HeraldPlays. And I can just hear the collective group of people in the world right now listening to the podcast in their cars, watching us on live stream right now, and they're like, oh, it's Herald, like the newspaper. Yes, it is like the newspaper, like the Herald Tribune, like the Miami Herald, and Hark the Herald Angels sing. Yeah, all of that. That's how you spell my name. But don't worry, I don't hold it against you. All right, it's a weird name to spell. And of course, you can find me regularly on the Quit Stalling Geekcast, like this Friday. DZ, this Friday, we got the folks over from Panels. Oh, that's not it. There we go. From Panels, Comic Book Coffee Bar, all the way from Oceanside, California, coming at us 12 noon Friday, Philippine Standard Time. Or if you're in America, if you're on their side of the world, in California, it's 9 p.m. on Thursday night. So check that out. We'll be talking about a lot of geeky things. All right, we might talk a little bit about Captain Marvel, and then we might have them on next month, post Infinity War, to give us their thoughts on that. So check that out, guys. Check it out. Thank you, BMO King of Ooh.
I still have to watch Captain Marvel. Damn.
I'll do it, man. Do it as a precursor to the thing. Oh, it's not Infinity War. Sorry, Endgame. Avengers Endgame. I keep saying Infinity War. Endgame is what's happening.
Do I really have to watch Captain Marvel to understand what's gonna happen? Is it so like a big factor in Endgame? I'm sure
you don't have to, but you might as well.
But it's like I didn't watch Ant-Man and the Wasp. I just know that I know the reason why they didn't. They didn't sawdust their way out of.
None of this is required reading. I am not Jay, DZ. I'm not gonna force you to watch something and make you feel bad about it. But so you better not tell him that you're not watching Captain Marvel, or else you'll be forced to.
Really? So he says I have to.
I'm sure he will.
Okay, that's interesting.
It'll tell you to read the comic first. All right, read all of them. Read all of them. Oh man, I love that guy. He might join me for this episode of the Quit Stalling Geekcast as well. Who knows?
I think he should. Like 9 p.m. He finished. Well, he's back in school, so
yeah. It's 12 noon our time, so who knows?
Yeah.
All right, guys, check that out. Quit Stalling Geekcast this Friday, 12 noon. Pretty soon, we'll be getting the one and only Miguel Mercado on the show as well. Murky Mercs himself. I got confirmation. He said he's down. All right, you can't take it back anymore, Miguel. You can't take it back anymore. I said it on the show. We've been chatting on the Facebook, so I'm looking forward to that as well. So check that out. And, from time to time, maybe next week, me, DZ, Renzosaurus, not Sorbet, this is next week, but, JM Torres, we'll be shoutcasting some Overwatch. So keep an eye out. Keep an eye out on some updates from that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll catch you next time. Same bye. Oh, wait, no. Check us out on Facebook and Twitter at Quit Stalling Us, or facebook.com/QuitStallingUs. You can find all our videos on demand on youtube.com/QuitStalling, and of course here on twitch.tv/QuitStalling. Hit that follow button. Subscribe to us. Cheer us on with some bits. And of course, you can follow us on Instagram as well if you like our behind the scenes stuff. If you want to see talking points while you're pooing in the morning, you're like, oh, the new episode's up on Spotify, or it's been out for a while, but I totally forgot. So they reminded me, so I saw it. And I'm going to listen to it on the way to work. All right. or you can even download all of this GameByte goodness and, of course, the Quetzalcoatl Geekcast on Stitcher, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, and so much more. Wherever you can get your podcasts, you can listen. All right, so download it, give us a 5-star review, and tell your friends, tell your family. Like CC and Human Panda said, just followed and unfollowed. Oh my word. Tell your friends, tell your family about Quetzalcoatl and GameByte and the Quetzalcoatl Geekcast, and, you know, share the love. All right, the more you review us, the higher the chances are that we're seen up in the Apple Podcasts charts and the Google charts and all the charts. All right, we need to get up in the charts is what we're saying. Leave us some reviews and we'll read them out loud here on the show. So, till next week, InstaDZ, we'll be back same bite time, same bite channel. But till then, get off your butts and quit song. We'll see you guys next week. Bye, everybody. Bye.